Low ticket and high ticket offers eventually bring you to the same end result. That is the most expensive lie in online business. And if you pick the wrong side of this, you can spend 12 months building something that ends up paying you like a part-time job. I'm going to show you what each one really is under the hood, where the hidden costs hide, and how to know which one you should sell first, because that word first is the most important word here. So let's define the two fast so we're on the same page. A high ticket offer usually runs from about $2,000 up. And a low ticket offer sits somewhere between roughly, it could be 20 bucks all the way up to the 2 grand. That price gap looks like the whole story, but honestly, the price is the least interesting difference between them. High ticket sells through relationships, which means discovery calls, consultative conversations, cold calls, well, and it's really a big old sales cycle that stretches from weeks into months. Low ticket flips that completely since it sells through automated funnels, sales pages, and email sequences. And the decision can happen in minutes because the buyer is making a very low risk, almost impulsive level call rather than a life decision. The buyer on each side actually also wants something totally different. High ticket buyer is after a transformation. They're willing to invest serious money and they need to build trust with you before they will ever make that move. We see their objections around time, money, and whether they believe that you can actually get them where you're telling them you're going to get them. And on the other hand, your low ticket buyer wants a quick win. They're more price sensitive, and their objections are less about you and more about relevance. Basically, they ask something like, is this for me and will it actually work? Which is why with low ticket, guarantees do really well, FAQs do well, and social proof do the heavy lifting instead of that one-on-one call. And delivery is totally different between the two. And you can really underestimate this until your calendar is like fully packed and you have no more time to breathe. High ticket usually means customized, personalized work. You go really deep on your advisory, the kind of thing that lives or dies on your personal attention. Low ticket has to be the opposite. You need standardized systems, you need templates, and scalable frameworks because you physically cannot handhold 1,000 people. And the second that you try, your low ticket offer quietly turns into your worst paying high ticket offer without the actual money. Even attraction splits the same way. High ticket tends to come from webinars, referrals, your personal brand, long form content like case studies and thought leadership, like the stuff that earns trust, but it earns it really slowly. And then low ticket leans on paid ads, SEO, GEO, short form content, and lead magnets that pull people into a funnel because you need volume and you need it repeatable. All right, let's look at the math. 20 clients at $15,000 and 1,000 customers at $300 both say $300,000 total. And that clean symmetry is exactly what makes this dangerous. Landing 20 high ticket clients in a year is fundamentally different than landing 1,000 buyers. Because 1,000 buyers, you now have to really look at churn, you have to look at questions and answers, lots of ad spend. So it's very, very different. And think about it, right? If you're doing personal outreach with high ticket people, that's free, that's your time. If you're doing low ticket offers and you're doing ad outreach, that is money spent. So you see where I'm going with this, right? Do you want to do low ticket, which means spending ad money, or if you're doing this organic, which takes a long, long time? Or do you want to spend all of your time cold calling and doing referral calls and discovery calls? Both of them have their pros and cons, which is why the actual question was never high versus low. It was which one first, and then how they feed each other. And that's the reason a lot of us businesses, we run both. Your $300 product isn't competing with your $15,000 offer. It's auditioning buyers for it. Here's what I would do and where you should start. And it really depends on what you have right now. If you're a coach or consultant or service professional with genuine expertise and almost no audience yet, start high ticket because you can get meaningful revenue with a handful of clients and just a few good conversations. And you do not need traffic you haven't built yet. Now, if you already have an audience, you have an email list or content that's pulling people in, that's when a low ticket offer starts to make sense because you finally have the volume to make the math work. And you can use it to warm people towards the bigger offer. So it's a win-win. Starting low ticket with no audience is the classic trap because you've picked the one model that lives or dies on volume at the exact moment you have none. So before you build anything, get honest about which of those two situations you're actually in, because that answer tells you where to start far better than any pricing chart will. And if this helped, I've got a full breakdown of how to structure a low ticket offer that feeds a high ticket one without turning you into a full-time customer support department. So all you need to do is join my Impact membership and I will walk you through how to do both, which one you should do when, and we can really figure it out together. And if you like this video, check this one out next and don't forget to subscribe. See ya.